Hi there. This is a video response being sent out to the Pagan Vlogs. Um, and his video response to my video rant toward the young lady calling herself teaching how to practice Wicca. Um, right off, I want to address something that you said in the latter part of your video. I was just sitting here watching it, as a matter of fact. You said that you do not serve the gods in any way. You honor them, you said, but you don't serve them. You don't see them as being greater than you are. That's the key difference. That is the key difference between us. That's the key difference between being a true Wiccan priest and just being a spiritual person. You know, people want to read about Wiccan, read about the beliefs, philosophies. Oh, I like this part of it. I like that part of it. Oh, I don't want to get naked. I won't do that. Oh, calling the watchtowers? I don't need to do all that either. You know, I don't need to do all that stuff to connect with the divine, connect with the Lord and Lady. That's fine if you want to think like that. That's fine. The bottom line is that's not being a priest. That's not part of the priesthood. The priesthood is accepting every part of the philosophy, accepting the words of the Lord and Lady. The beliefs and practices, rites and ceremonies, all of that are stuff that the Lord and Lady have told us we must do. And if you, I'm not saying you, but others, other people, they want to take certain parts of it, what I like to call the glitz and the glam of it. It's been referred to as the fluffy stuff. And they want to just throw off the rest, or worse, they want to take that stuff that they like, throw off the parts that they don't, and then bring in other things outside the Wiccan faith, mix and mash it together, and just say, oh, this is my philosophy. Yeah, that is your philosophy. Just don't expect to be accepted by traditionalists. Don't accept your personal philosophy to be respected as a Wiccan philosophy, because it's not. Okay? Wicca takes the art of witchery and builds the priesthood around it, around the tools. The worship of the Lord and Lady is at the core. That's what the priesthood is all about. The worship of the Lord and Lady. You said that I sound like an evangelical Christian in the word that I'm delivering for the Lord and Lady. You're right, I am. And I could be, yes, I could very well be an evangelicist. But the words I'm delivering are to the priests and priestesses, the true ones, the hidden ones, the ones who haven't discovered themselves yet. And they're going to know the message when they hear it, and they're going to be able to accept it. The fact that you made this video response to me and you're calling me ignorant, arrogant, and condescending, maybe you're not ready for the priesthood yet. Maybe you never will be. But this is a serious priesthood. It's a way of life. I mean, again, I'm not saying that the way in which people connect is invalid. It's not invalid at all. It's not any more or less invalid at other points than other ways of practice. It's when people call themselves Wiccan because they read about it. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at my notes here. I want to be sure I keep everything straight. They read about it, they like some of the practices, and they say things like that, I don't need to do all that to connect. They could just do it in their mind without any physical structure. That's not being a Wiccan. That's not being a true Wiccan priest or priestess. There are manners of behavior and methods of conduct in what we do. The rites and ceremonies just aren't just good, pomp and circumstance. You know, a lot of people think that we're arrogant like that, and that, oh, it's just pomp and circumstance, and the 3-degree system that we have is just all about superiority and people being superior over other people. I've made videos about that. I made a video about the superiority thing. I also made a video about the goddess's hidden children. So I have to wonder if you've watched any of my other videos, or if you just happened to see that one and made a snap judgment. I don't know. So The Lord and Lady have told us we must do these things. So as their priests and priestesses, we do it without question. And that's a real difference between being a Wiccan and actually living the philosophy daily. People want to say that they're being a Wiccan by worshiping the Lord and Lady. Being a true Wiccan is much more than that. It's much more than just accepting the concept of a god or a goddess and having powers that are greater than yourselves. And yes, I do believe they are greater than us. I think you're the one that's being arrogant when you say that you don't serve the gods. I think you're living with some sort of arrogancy there myself. But be that as it may, if they're not living it completely, which would include being trained and initiated by another member of the priesthood, they cannot or should not call themselves a Wiccan. They shouldn't. But a lot of people aren't taught this. And that's another message I am trying to deliver through these recordings I make, these videos. That you study some parts of it, embrace some of it. Yeah, I like this, I don't like that, whatever. I'm a Wiccan. No, you're not. I'm sorry. That's not what being a Wicca is about. I hate to use this as an analogy, but what about a Christian priest, or not a Christian, I mean a Catholic priest, okay? What about Catholic priests? They have a lot of stuff that they do. A lot of stuff that they're trained to have to do as part of their priesthood also. Do you think that they could cast off the things that they don't like and still call themselves a Catholic priest? No. They accept what they do as being God's orders, what God wants them to do, what their concept of God. Okay? That's not our concept, of course. You know, we embrace much more than just the male part. They're very male dominated, and they don't embrace the feminine, at least not in a deific sense. You know, it's not just simply a way of connecting with the divine. You know, it is, again, you know, and I hope I don't sound like a broken record, but the rites and ceremonies are key. They are a key part of connecting with the Lord and Lady, and they have told us we must do these things. The lady says in her great charge, she defines these things in her great charge. And I'm not going to go into that in this video. I actually have covered the Great Charge in another video on my channel. So, again, and I don't mean to be disrespectful towards you, but there are many, many people who watch my videos and they think I have a lot of wisdom and a lot of teaching to give them, and they're willing to listen. So, Mr. Pagan Vlogs, I'm sorry that you feel the way that you do. And, you know, I respect your right to have an opinion. Opinions are like something else that we all have. You know, everybody has one of those too. So, the bottom line here is, and this is something else I've encountered, the bottom line here, I think, is the work that's involved with being a priest or priestess. There's a lot of work involved. You know, learning the rites and ceremonies, learning the invocations to the Lord and Lady, learning the calls that are made to the watchtowers. All of this stuff is part of the priesthood. And I think that a lot of people see these things. And right away, they're thinking, like I said earlier, oh, I don't need to do that to connect to the divine. But I think that another thing they're also thinking is that, wow, there's a lot of stuff involved. I can never do that. I can't learn all that. How the hell would I? I don't have to. That goes hand in hand with the other part of thinking. I don't have to. I don't have to do all that to connect with the Lord and Lady. I don't have to do that to connect with the divine. In the priesthood, it's required. And we do not question these things. We do not. To be a Wiccan witch, you must be initiated by another Wiccan witch. And that's all there is to it. You said earlier in your video that, you know, that was another point. I forget exactly how you put it, but, oh yes, in order to be in the Wicca or become a Wiccan, you must be some sort of a witch. It's not exactly true. I didn't mean to imply that. Let me clarify that. It would be helpful when somebody comes to us and wants to learn, and it's helpful, of course, if they have some psychic and intuitive abilities that are already developed. Okay? That's really what being a witch is having a connection with the psychic intuitive abilities that the goddess has given us. Okay? So when somebody comes to us and they have a connection established with those abilities, that's well and good, and that's great. They have a leg up. But they don't necessarily have to have those developed yet. The hope is that when they come to us, is over time those developed abilities can be awoken and developed from there. But if they do come to us for teaching, they may only be curious. You know, then they find out about themselves down the road, and through the year and a day training period we have. Okay, I'm not meant for this. I'm not meant to be a priest or priestess. I'm not meant to be wicked. Okay, that's all well and good. We wish them well and send them on their merry way. But that's the bottom line. What makes the difference between being a solitary witch and a Wicca witch or priestess is the rites and the ceremonies and everything that we do. I don't know if you've ever actually picked up any books and you know, read about the ceremonies that are involved and done in the Wicca, but it's done with more than just one person. Just being a Wiccan, being a priest or priestess, is more than just about being you. It's more than about the self. It goes beyond the self and the you principle. And I'm sorry, but that seemed like another thing that you were implying, that it's just all about you and how you connect with the divine, and it didn't seem to matter. You know, it's not about you. This is about the Lord and Lady. The Lord and Lady are greater than ourselves. They're the ones that put us here. They're the ones that breathed life into this universe, created all the planets and everything. They are greater than us. Can you create a planet or a star or a universe or a galaxy? Can you? Well, if you can, then maybe you don't belong here. Maybe you should be existing out in the ether with the Lord and Lady or with the God and Goddesses up there. But as long as you're here, well, let me rephrase that. As long as I'm here, I know that I'm not greater than a God. I know I'm not a God myself. Although while I'm here, I'm learning many different things. And maybe at the end of it all, I can liken myself unto a God and be unto a God. Maybe that's the ultimate purpose while we're here, is to learn how to be godly. But we're not godly yet, or else we wouldn't need to be here. So, yeah, your statement there was, I thought, was a little arrogant. You know, you don't serve the gods. We do. We serve the God and the Goddess. We serve them faithfully, and that's really what makes the big difference between being and not being a Wicca. You know, it's there's not much more I can say regarding this subject. Again, and I just want to reiterate, you know, the Lord and Lady have given us a design to follow. You know, just like you know, the Christians. You know, they're Jehovah, or not. I don't mean to say that, but their Messiah, their Christ, has given them a path to walk. You know, so they walk it. They walk it without question. They accept it 100% as fact. The difference is that, and I want to clarify this too now that I think about it. I wasn't meaning to say, and I think you took it a little out of context, we don't say that the whole pagan thing, the way that we worship the Lord and Lady is not the only way. We don't say that at all. It's not the only way to approach the divine. The divine can be approached in many different ways. So we're not that closed-minded like the Christians are, who say that their philosophy is the only one and true way. No. What I meant to say, and what I'm going to clarify, is that the way that I've been trained, the people I work with, and the covens that I've been connected with over the years, this is the one true way of practicing the Wicca faith, the Wicca priesthood itself. You know, and that's the big clarification that needs to be made. You know, this is a priesthood. It's not just a way of connecting with the divine. And again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but this is a priesthood, a serious lifestyle. You know, and people don't want to accept that because they're underinformed. You know, they're not told everything, and unfortunately, they can't be told everything. There's a lot of stuff in the Wicca that traditionalists can't come right out and say. We're not allowed to. You know, we have rules in our religion too. You know, things that we can't say, and it's because not everybody is meant to be a priest or priestess in the Wicca. That's why we can't tell all. That's why a lot of people are underinformed. But it's those that want to hear parts of it and make snap judgments and not wait to hear the rest of it, and not seek out others to hear more. Those are the ones that are not meant for the priesthood. The ones who want to walk beyond that little bit they hear and really approach it as a serious manner of connecting with the divine, and you know, they're the ones that may or may not be the true priests or priestesses. And you know, at the end of all this, I'm sorry if you consider my way of bringing it forth as being arrogant or pompous or ignorant, as you put it. I am arrogant. I'm arrogant about the Lord and Lady from our perspective, from the priesthood perspective. You're damn right I'm arrogant. But it's only because I love the Lord and Lady. I do. And I serve them, I hope, faithfully through these video recordings I make. And that is my message. Light and love, I am filled with light and love. I light and love every single day. I love everybody and all things around me. The goddess says her love is poured out upon the earth. Yes, it is. But not everybody is prepared to hear that message. Not everyone is prepared to accept the light and love of the Lord and Lady. And that's the big difference. That's the key difference between everybody out there and everybody within the priesthood of the Wicca faith. It's okay for people to read what they want to about and learn what they want to about Wicca and embrace the Lord and Lady as their divine. That's fine. But it's when they go out and, you know, kind of shout from the rooftops, I'm a Wiccan. That's when the traditionalists are going to turn around and say, you're Wiccan? You're initiated? What degree are you? That's where it is. You know, people have this confusion. They're confused because they're underinformed. And I hope through these videos to bring them to a clearer understanding of what is the difference between embracing and accepting the divine and accepting and embracing the divine within the Wicca priesthood. There's a big difference there, as I've already stated. So, okay, Mr. Pagan Vlogs, I think I've gone on enough here. So, it is a serious priesthood, and there is a certain arrogance, and I'm not going to apologize for that. I'm not going to apologize for that at all. This other person, this young lady who I was making a video rant about, her video was originally titled, she's changed the title since, but it was originally entitled Wicca and How to Practice It. That's what I was ranting about. I was ranting about her calling the video How to Practice It, and what she was bringing across was not Wicca. It was more about practicing witchcraft and using the arts and the tools in witchcraft than it was about practicing Wicca. And there is a difference. So, you know, I don't know if you even went and listened to her video. But I would encourage you, I have a link right in the description of my rant to go check out her video. I would encourage you to go listen to it if you haven't. Perhaps you have already. But that's really all I have to say. And I probably should have said this in the beginning, but I didn't want to appear disrespectful or offensive, but I think I have been anyway, to your mind and to your ears. And I'm sorry if it came out that way. But it is what it is. That is the Wicca priesthood. So I hope that as you continue to live on this earth and in this incarnation, and you grow and live more fully spiritually, I hope for your enlightenment. Who knows? Maybe one day you'll find yourself to be a priest or priest, priest or priestess, a priest within the Wicca faith. But only you can decide that. But at any rate, take care of yourself, and blessed be the light and